In this session, we are going to see variable control operation. This operation is used multiple times to finish controlled area. First, we need to select the tool. You can take tool from library or you can create a tool. These tool subtypes are supported to this operation. For this surface, ball mill is suitable, so I am taking that. If I am willing to use 20 mm ball mill, I will specify 20 mm ball mill. Then again I am using holder which is existing from the library. Milling pipe, large string. Why I am using holder? Whenever you are doing multi-axis, please try to consider holder, so that if sometime if it collides to the non-cutting region, that time it will highlight collision. In drive method type, I will keep surface area. Click on edit, go for specified drive geometry. In this scenario, this is my drive geometry. Say OK, and cut area percentage I will explain you in a short while. Tool position tangential to the surface. Cutting direction I need to specify. You can specify these are the available directions where you can select. So this direction I will take, and I will keep cut pattern as zigzag. First, what you need to do, initially whenever you are generating multi-axis toolpath, you keep some step or more, means the number of step overs is less, so that what happen, whenever you generate a toolpath, it generates quickly. If you take step over very smooth, like in this example it is 10 step over, if it is taking 5 seconds, if you take 100, then it may take more time to generate. So initially you have to keep step over numbers less, so that you will generate toolpath in a quick manner. You need to show the material in which direction it is there, whether it is downward or upward. Right now I clicked on flip material, so that's why it is going downward. I need to show this upward direction. You can see this. You can see the preview of the contact points. Hit OK. First try to generate. Now this is giving a message called operation parameter error. Tool axis cannot depend on part when used as a projection vector. So here the topic comes projection vector and tool axis. So in projection vector it is tool axis, and in tool axis it is normal to part. These two combinations are invalid, so it is giving alarm. It is invalid in NX software. Here I need to change it to other drive method. Here I can use normal to drive or relative to drive. So I will take relative to drive, where I can specify lead angle and tilt angle. If I generate, I am getting normal to the surface. So exactly tip of the cutter is coming in contact with the part. The one who knows practical, they might see this type of engage every time is not efficient. So for that you have to give lead angle and tilt angle. So you will specify lead angle as 10 degree, as this lead angle is positive 10 degree, means it will give moment in forward direction. If I give negative lead angle, then it will be in backward direction. Tool axis lead and tilt angles. Lead angle defines the angle at which the tool leans forward or backward as it moves along the toolpath. A positive value leans towards forward in the direction of the toolpath, and negative value which leans backwards away from the direction of the toolpath. In this image you can see the third number shows negative lead, and a 4 number shows positive lead, and the cutting direction will be in the fifth direction, in this direction. So whenever it is cutter is moving, if it is going in a forward direction, backward direction, that we call it as lead angle. If it goes sideways, that we call it as tilt. Generally, tilt defines the angle at which tool leans from side to side. A positive will tilt towards right and negative will tilt towards negative. So in this image you can see first one is showing negative tilt and second one is showing positive tilt. Here we are seeing side view. This is front view. We'll show you normal to the tool axis without applying any lead and tilt angle. Second image is having lead angle. You can see whenever it is normal, here it is getting tilt lead in a positive direction. The third image indicates tilt angle, which is tilting from the toolpath. So by referring these three images, you can distinguish between the lead and tilt. For better understanding, you refer this first image without any lead and tilt. Second image is only for lead. Third image is with tilt. As we have seen a lead angle and tilt angle, I will mention both value 10 10. Now you can observe tool flow. From here it is 10 degree lead. From here tilt is 10 degree. If you give negative tilt, then the direction will be in this direction. Right now it is positive tilt, so it is in this direction. Now you may verify the toolpath. Can you see? Tip of the tool is not cutting. Like this you have to give lead angle and tilt angle. If you want to maintain some stock, again you need to go to the main. Here you will see part cutting stock. How much value you want to keep it on the surface. If you see carefully, it is going up to the edge. Sometimes you don't want to cut the edge up to the edge. If you want to stop in a certain distance, there are two ways. One, you have to specify the drive geometry until that. Otherwise you can use this surface area. Here there is a cut area percentage. You click on the surface area and mention a lesser value, like I can specify 95. Here also last 95. You can observe after entering, you can observe this dry geometry is reduced. This white region only it is getting covered. Generate. Now you may observe it has cut only 95% of the surface. Similarly, in this direction you want, you can change from here. Again go to the percentage. Here you have to give 5 and 5. Here also it is reduced. Similarly, in this direction also you want to reduce, you can reduce it as per your need. So like this you have to mention the percentage of the area. Projection vector is nothing but in which direction your cutter is moving towards the surface. You can display the vectors. How many vectors you want to display, here you can decide. Right now I have given 50. If I click on this display, it will show me in this direction my projection will be. Your tool axis will be opposite to this, if you see. So we have to specify that and visualize before generating any toolpath. In geometry already we have specified the geometry, and if you have any fixture and other thing, you can specify check if you are not specified in workpiece. Whenever there is a stock, if you want to keep some stock, one example I will take. If someone has a clamp which has clamped here 10 mm, 10 by 10 mm. So that time, if for a safety purpose, if he wants to keep 1 mm, then here they have to clip 1 mm, means your toolpath will be generated by leaving that 1 mm uh, surrounding to the check. Whenever there is a collision happens, then automatically it will get retracted. In this image you can see there is a retract whenever it is getting gouging. Some people will keep warning. What it does, it will generate a toolpath with the collision and it gives a warning. If someone reads carefully all the messages, that time they can keep warning. Otherwise they have to keep retract, which is safer. If you want to skip, means the region which is getting collided, that if you want to skip, you can keep skip. You prefer skip or retract, which are safer inside. So I will keep skip. So check clearance distance, here you need to mention. And if you are doing by considering the in-process workpiece, then you need to take use 3D. Here I am using it for finishing purposes, so not needed. Tool axis I have given relative to drive, and I have mentioned the tilt angle and lead angle. If some collision is happening, then here we kept report collision. It will highlight there is a collision and you have to change the tool strategy. We kept here for detection for both non-cutting and cutting moves. And feed speed you need to specify. After specifying the values, you need to click on calculate, then only this alert message will disappear. Can you see that alert is disappeared? In strategies you can specify multiple depths. Suppose if there is a 2 mm or 3 mm material within a single shot, if you are not willing to remove, then you can remove by multiple depths. You have to mention how much material is there, then every time how much material you want to remove. I will give here 0.5 mm, then generate. Then what happen? Every time 0.5 0.5 it will remove up to 2 mm material. Can you see here? Like this, so that there will be no load on the spindle. In non-cutting moves you have to keep always smooth option. Within that value, maximum step over value, it will take the consecutive cutting pass, otherwise it will get lifted. In transfer rapid you have to keep automatic always. Sometime if you are using any cylindrical component, that time if you want to have clearance option with the cylinder, that time you have to take cylinder. If you keep use common, then it is taking more non-cutting move. That time you can change it to plane, and you need to specify the plane up to which your clearance tool should go. In avoidance we are not mentioning anything. This homing and other thing will be taken care by post processor, that we are considering. Which method you are doing, that you need to mention. At the end verify. Here we have given multiple depths. Like here you can see feed, X movement, Y movement, Z movement. If you want to see on the right now the tool is tilting, but in actual practice, if you are having table combination, your table will move. If you are having head table combination, then head and table will move. It all depends on machine type, but the toolpath generation remains same for every type of machine. Like whether it may be headed combination, head table combination, or 3 axis plus 2 axis Detron table or UCAM attachment, but toolpath remains same. So thank you for watching complete video. If you learn something, then like, share and subscribe.